Liverpool, bring on Sean's team he chose.
Yes.
He has Mignolet in goal, in which they kidnapped from Sunderland. Glenn Johnson, who had Kane Rowe and then he was good. Colatorre, who hasn't been good for about 3 years. Daniel Agger, he might be in Barcelona soon. Luis Enrique, less said the better. Lucas right wing, but I thought it might have been Coutinho on that side.
Yeah, it's meant
so
to be Coutinho.
Lucas and Gerrard in the middle.
Yeah.
Coutinho and Sterling wide. That Jamaican needs to fix his hair. And Sturridge and Aspas up front. Now,
hairdresser's nightmare, isn't it?
Oh, he's awful. That hair looks. He looks like
he changes it all the time.
He looks like a little Swedish girl. Talk to me.
It's pace. It's youth. It's pace, and it's goal scoring. That's what this is. I mean, Coutinho will make opportunities in the way he runs that Gerrard would normally do. If Gerrard's holding with Lucas, that will keep us sure. Those two at the back, Agger and Toure, they're solid. Enrique and Johnson can overlap very well. They've still got it in them. Sterling is just rapid. He's just rapid. He can go there, and that's the one thing that you need is clinical goal scorers up front that will scare defences, and somebody that's rapid to give them the second scare so that they don't know which way to go.
Let's go on to these wonderful two individuals to my left. Is that a good team? You feel is that good enough to get into the Champions League?
I still think we need more additions. I must say, I think for the first game of the season, I think he's going to play Joe Allen. I think Allen in. I think he'll put Allen in for Sterling in that team.
Possibly, yeah. I think you're probably right.
But it's better than. I mean, we had Downing and Henderson on the wing in the last season.
Don't say things.
You can't start them though at the moment because they haven't got the quality. I mean, if Downing goes and that's a problem solved, isn't it? I suppose in the squad selection. Henderson, I think, is good, and he's still young.
Yeah,
and
Henderson's got.
He's still got the time to grow and to become a good player, despite how much we pay for him. He's still got that.
Henderson.
Yeah.
Okay, the most ridiculous thing I've heard in my life. Kenny Ken, talk to me about that team right there. If I'm being totally honest with you, it's not fearful. There's no fear factor. That team looks like if they don't play well, there's an acceptance amongst everyone. Like, well, it's all right, they're young, they're growing. What do you reckon, Kenny Ken?
I think it's a very good percentage. Essentially, I do worry about the fullbacks though, especially Glenn Johnson.
7 days, isn't it? Extremely weak, mate.
He's very good going forward, but I just feel like I can just imagine Man United down the left with like young Giggs or even Zaha having a field day against him, especially when he's out of position. So it's going to put a lot of pressure on their holding midfielders.
I was thinking more about Oscar and Hazard.
I'm going to use Glenn Johnson's face here because Glenn Johnson's face in that is kind of like, come on, really? Yeah. Come on, man. Yeah. That's what his face is saying to me right now. I think that's his response.
I hope he shows his actions speak louder than facial expressions. But, you know what I mean? But as I was saying before, I am excited by that side. Sterling excites me, Coutinho excites me. Sterling,
well done, mate.
Sterling's going to need a big season. He's going to need a big season because I think what's happening is that, like I said, we've seen a few little 15 minutes cameos here and there. Now kick on, mate, because you let us kick on, mate. And so I think if Liverpool can get some more goals out of Sterling, you're talking a good team because I think Suarez is going to go. So you're looking at Aspas, Sturridge, Coutinho, Sterling, maybe a few set pieces from the defenders, and I think you'd be all right. I think what Liverpool's problem is, being over the last 2 seasons, is goals, especially in not just last season, but the season before that. You hit the bar. How many times did you guys hit the bar?